Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Malik Khalid alias Captain Soil. I live in Casablanca in Morocco. I am a volunteer with Isha Yoga Center in India to support the Safe Soil movement because some scientists are saying that today desertification is growing in the world at an alarming speed. Every 5 seconds, the surface area of a soccer pitch on agricultural land becomes sand. At this pace, we only have 40 to 50 years left of agricultural soil. Then there will be a global food crisis. To mitigate this issue, Sadhguru has launched the Safe Soil movement and made policies that need to be signed and adopted by all countries of the world. These policies call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil to ensure people's good health. I do challenges to support this movement and raise people's awareness about this topic. I've started a new challenge which consists of running every day for 365 days. And today is the 55th day. Are you ready, guys? Let's do this again. Save soil. Let's make it happen. Desertification is very dangerous. It leads to 6 global issues, and 52% of the global soil is already degraded. It's already in the desertification stage. We talk about desertification when the percentage of organic matter in the soil is below 1%, which is the case of most soil in Africa. What's really funny is that African countries need the most safe soil policies and they didn't sign them. It's the developed countries who have signed the safe soil policies. Right now in the world, 84 countries have already signed the safe soil policies. Most of them are developed countries. Unfortunately, and underdeveloped countries are still sleeping on this because the citizens are not aware of the dangers of desertification. Desertification leads to 6 global issues. 1, food crisis. 2, water scarcity. 3, loss of biodiversity. 4, climate change. 5, loss of livelihood. And 6, conflicts and migrations. These global issues will only get worse over time. Let's see them in more details. The first one is food crisis. In 20 years, 40% less food is expected to be produced for a population of 9.3 billion people. There will be more people and less food. This doesn't sound good already, and it will definitely not look good. In other terms, we're talking here about food wars. Those with the biggest weapons will get the food and water. We should avoid this scenario at any cost. This is the devil's plan for humanity. It's like the pandemic. It's something that will cause so much suffering for humans for no reason. We can avoid these things. We can mitigate the problem before it happens. Now we are today at the path of a catastrophe. Right now in the world, 2 billion people suffer already from nutritional deficiencies, which leads to multitude of diseases. The second biggest issue is water scarcity. Depleted soils cannot absorb and regulate water flows, which leads to water scarcity, droughts and floods. Organic matter in the soil can hold up to 90% of its weight in water and release it slowly over time. This is a big help in drought-prone areas. The third global issue is the loss of biodiversity. During the last 30 years, 80%, yes, 80% of the biomass insects living in the soil has gone. Scientists are saying that 27,000 species of life forms are going extinct every year. We're talking here about billions of life forms. It's a genocide. When it comes to destruction, it seems that humans beat all the records. These biomass insects living in the soil play an important role. They're responsible for the level of vitamins and nutrients present in food, in fruits and vegetables. So the more biomass insects are in the soil, the better it is. And depleted soil means depleted soil from these biomass insects called organic matter. So depleted soil means depleted food. Depleted food means depleted people. Depleted people means people will buy medicines from big pharma. Not only this, there has been scientific studies showing that the level of consciousness of people, and which means the level of their intelligence and awareness, is directly affected not only to the food that they're eating, but to the land on which they walk upon. Just walking on a land affects your consciousness, your awareness, your intelligence. So we need rich soil. Because it affects our awareness. We need more aware people, more conscious people on this planet. Otherwise, we will lead ourselves to self-destruction. We've already lost 80% of them. We cannot afford to keep losing these treasures. The fourth biggest issue is climate change. Carbon dioxide stored in soil is 3 times that in the living plants and 2 times that in the atmosphere. And if soil is not revitalized, it could release 850 billion tons of carbon dioxide in the air, which is more than all human emissions during the last 30 years, which will make the problem of climate change even worse. Carbon dioxide must stay in the soil and not in the air. If it's in the soil, it's a good fertilizer. If it's in the air, it causes global warming. So soil is very crucial for carbon sequestration. The fifth global issue is the loss of livelihood. Thousands of farmers have committed suicide because of desertification in the world. Just in India, their number reached, during the last 30 years, 300,000 farmers. They're gone. Now we're not talking about biomass insects extinction. We're talking about people's extinction. Globally, 74% of the poor are directly affected by desertification. It is estimated that desertification is costing the world up to $10.6 trillion every year. This is another kind of genocide, an economical genocide. I'm sure that if we implement the safe soil policies in all countries of the world, we will not reach such a huge number. The sixth global issue is conflicts and migrations. Land issues have played a significant role in over 90% of the major wars and conflicts in Africa since 1990. And desertification. So, population growth combined with water and food scarcity could cause over 1 billion people to migrate to other regions and countries by 2050. From the French Revolution to the Arab Spring, high food prices have been cited as a factor behind mass protest movements. We need to learn from our mistakes. The past is there for us to be wiser, to learn from it, and to do better decisions. If we keep repeating the same mistakes as our parents and grandparents, then what's the point of living? Life is about growth. It's about striving to reach the best version ever. It's about becoming wiser, stronger, better, by doing better choices. As the American coach Tony Robbins said, we shape our destinies by our choices and decisions in life. So it's time for us to begin to choose the right decisions. Enough is enough. We've been programmed by the matrix to have scarcity mindset, to live in resentment, to have negative thoughts, negative feelings towards ourselves and each other. This is not working for our good. This will only cause us to suffer more. We need to be smarter than the matrix. The programmers of the matrix, the cabal, the hidden societies such as the Illuminati, the Freemason, Yale, the CIA, all these hidden agencies they want us to go in a certain direction. We should be smart enough not allowing them to lead us there, because they only want to lead us to the slaughterhouse. These people have agendas for us. Such as the pandemic, such as the lockdown, these wars that we see. You must know that you were born in a war zone. It's a spiritual warfare between two forces, light and darkness, God and Satan, good and evil. So you need to know these things, to be aware of what's going on behind the scenes, so that you begin to do the right choices in your life. We have been programmed since childhood to believe that we don't have the power to change the world, which is a lie. Every decision that you make has the seed to shape the world and to change the world. It's because you are powerful. And these folks don't want you to know your power and to start using it, because they will lose the fight. Also, these are cowards. This is why they're hiding in the hidden societies. The only advantage they have is information, and it's enough to make the change. It's enough to make the difference, because knowledge is power. They have knowledge that the masses don't have. My job is to give you their knowledge. The knowledge that they have, I have, and I will share it with you so that you become empowered. As Jim Rohn said, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is true power. It's time for you to become truly powerful. Now, what is the important message here? You must know that your mind is is the most powerful weapon on this planet, because you have the power to create. These folks have started a war against you, to condition you, to program you, to brainwash you to be negative, so that you create a world that sucks, a negative matrix. They didn't create it. It's the people who have created it. They just programmed them. This modern slavery system, the 9-to-5 job, the rat race, as Bob Marley said, the human race in a rat race. We should not live as rats. We are humans. We are created in God's image. You were sent here on this planet to co-create with God and not to live as a slave. Don't accept it. Refuse to live as a slave. Refuse the modern slavery system and start living according to your agendas, your dreams, your plans, your rules. You must be in the steering wheel of your life and not the cabal or the hidden societies or somebody else. It's your life, it's yours. Do whatever you want with it. Now they have started a programming in our minds because it's the most powerful weapon. Why is this? Most people don't know the power of their minds. Your mind, your beliefs can make you sick. Your beliefs can make you rich. Your beliefs can heal you. As the American writer of the famous book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of anything. We don't care if it's possible or impossible. These are relative things. It differs from an individual to another. What is possible for you might be impossible for me, and vice versa. Because we are in different levels of consciousness and awareness, of competence, of knowledge. So, don't care about others, what they can do. As they say, a man's making is another man's magic. You might say something magical. It's not magical. It's called training. People, when they train, they become extraordinary. In order to master something, you must spend in it 50,000 hours. These folks have spent 50,000 hours practicing something. And now, when you compare yourself with them, you find yourself that they're doing magic. It's not magic, or it's the magic of praxis. If you ask me personally about successful people and failure people, I would say, to me, there is no successful person and failure person. There is a trained person and there is an untrained person, a lazy person. Because if I train you on anything, any subject that you may think of, you will become better. They're building something here. You will become better. You will improve. This is the power of practice. When you practice, you become better. Now we have practiced to be negative, to be failures with a negative mindset, a mindset of scarcity. And because we are achievers, successful by default, anything we believe, we succeed in it. Now we've believed that we are failures, filled with hatred and resentment, and we have succeeded in it. Now we need to do a shift from the scarcity mindset to the abundance mindset, so that we can experience the positive aspects of life. It will start from the beginning. No one has ever started at the top. As Confucius said, it doesn't matter how slowly you go, as long as you don't stop. The key here is to never stop, never give up, no matter what. Keep striving and refuse to live as a slave. The bunch of narcissists in the world have started a war against us by programming us to be negative. We need to start fighting back by programming us to be positive. We've created enough of their worlds, of their world. Now we need to create our own world. A world of joy, happiness, peace, good health, excitement, laughter, abundance, freedom, all the positive aspects of life. It's time for it. We can do this. As Mahatma Gandhi said, in this world there is enough for everyone's need, but there isn't enough for everyone's greed. The problem is that we have greedy people in the position of leaderships. They don't have what it takes to be a leader. The first quality to be a leader is to be empathetic. These people are narcissistic. They're exactly the opposite. They don't care about people's good health or well-being. They only care about money making. To have an idea about the case of the world today, the first big industries, the first three big industries in the world are the industry of armaments, the weaponry, then we have alcohol and cigarettes, and then we have the big pharma, the industry of medicines. This shows the case of the world today, of humanity. Humanity is filled with resentment. They're at war. They're absent, unaware, unconscious, not even here, by drinking alcohol and cigarettes and drugs. And they're physically and mentally ill. They need medical assistance just to keep walking. If we have the first industry in the world, the military, the armaments, this means that this world will never have peace, because we're going to use these weapons and ammunitions in wars. And if the world is peaceful, the narcissistic people will create problems by separating people, by causing problems between people, so that a war can emerge, which is the case between Russia and Ukraine. right now, the top scientific researchers go directly to the military first. We're in the 21st century, 2024. We're still looking on how to kill people better. This has to change. First, scientific researchers must go to the healthcare. They must go to the education system. They must seek how to improve people's lives and not how to kill people. But unfortunately, we're still living as if we were in the 30s. We're living in dictatorships, disguising themselves as democracy. The true meaning of democracy is that people lead the country. The leaders are there to fulfill people's demands only. But when people are absent by drinking alcohol and cigarettes and drugs, and they're fearful, now the leaders receive orders from the hidden societies, the cabal. And it's the cabal who are leading the world and not the people. If you are wishing for a miracle to come from nowhere, you're wasting your time, because you are the miracle you were waiting for. It's you. Everything begins and ends with you. The world will change when you decide to change. You need to make those difficult decisions to start putting yourself first. Cutting off the toxic people from your life. Changing your physical and mental diet. You can do this. Don't give up, because it will take time. As the American coach Earl Nightingale said, he said, don't give up on your dreams just because of the time it will take you to get there, because time will anyway pass. If you don't start, time will anyway pass. Time doesn't wait for you or me or anybody. It keeps rolling and rolling. In business, they taught us that time is money. Time is not money. Time is your life. And every day you become closer and closer to the grave. So stop wasting time trying to build somebody else's dreams and start building your own dreams. Start living your life fully. Start standing for yourself, for your values. Know your truth. Speak your truth. Align yourself with the universe. Become that child again, because we were all born rich. As Bob Proctor mentioned in his book, you were born rich. I have the so you can do this. You can start wherever you are. Don't wait for the perfect time. Perfect time is an illusion. It doesn't exist. You must start where you are with the tools that you have right now. Start, and your beginning, then you will see the next step, and so on. It's like climbing a stairway. You don't need to see all the steps, all the stair steps. All you need to see is the next step. So go to it. Then from there you will have another sight, another look. Go to the next step, and so on. We have been programmed, brainwashed to believe that success is an overnight happening. It's not an overnight happening. It's a process. Success is a process, and you need to be dedicated to this process. It's like going to the gym and you want to gain, for example, 20 kilograms of muscle. You can't gain 20 kilograms of muscles overnight. Even if you train hard, even if you eat well, no matter what you do, you will never gain 20 kilograms in just one night. This is the same case of success. Success doesn't happen overnight. You need to be consistent and to go there day in and day out, and to invest time. This is the case of transforming the mindset from the scarcity mindset to the abundance mindset. You need to read books. You need to build some new habits. Don't underestimate the baby habits or the baby steps. There is a book by the American writer James Clear called The Atomic Habits. He talks about the importance of small habits. Don't underestimate them. For example, you are living a life that sucks. You watch rubbish in television. You watch the news, TV shows, TV programs, movies, series, and you don't read business books. And you smoke cigarettes, you drink alcohol, and you use drugs. You don't exercise. You have too many things to change in your life. And by comparing yourself to another person who doesn't do these things, you may be discouraged and say, it's too much, I can't change everything. Don't try to change everything at once. Just try to replace one small bad habit by a positive habit. For example, you want to stop smoking, but it's too hard. Don't begin by the hard things. Begin by the easy things. Instead of watching the news, watch personal development videos on YouTube. Instead of reading the newspaper, you can start reading business books. This small habit will make room for another small positive habit. For example, in reading or by listening to a personal development coach, you might hear that he encourages people to practice sport. So you decide to enroll in a gym, for example, to go to work out, to train your muscles, your body, but you're still smoking and drinking alcohol. By keeping reading and listening to personal development content and by going to the gym, you will realize that you are doing two different things. You're going to the gym to stay healthy. At the same time, you're smoking and drinking alcohol to destroy your health. This doesn't make any sense. So you will make a big decision, which is to stop drinking alcohol and smoking and stick to the gym plan. This way, as I said, small positive habits will make room for another small positive habits. If you keep doing so and not giving up, not discouraged, don't get discouraged by life situations, and cut the toxic people from your life, those who will encourage you to go to drink alcohol and to smoke cigarettes and do drugs. This is the rule. Anyone and anything who is not helping you to grow, to become better, to improve your life, cut them out of your life. As the American coach Les Brown said, get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dreams. They have nothing to do there. They're there as a hindrance to block your progress, to stop you from achieving your dreams, because they have failed. They also want you to fail like them. They're like crabs in the bucket. By accumulating the positive habits and positive decisions, one day you will find yourself a completely different person. You are not the same anymore. As Earl Chow said to Jim Rohn about success, he said to him, when you change, everything will change for you. To change what? To change your personality, to change who you are. You cannot change your personality overnight. Now you have a mindset. It's a persona. You, according to your personality, you have chosen to let some people in your life. You are doing some decisions in order to take other decisions and to have other people in your life. You need to be another person, another personality. You can do this. You will change everything. You will change your physical diet and mental diet, because you will become another person. It's like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. But for the caterpillar to become a butterfly, it has to die first. So you're going to go through something called the dark nights of the soul. You will have to face your demons, your lies, your bad decisions in life, your bad choices, the mistakes that you did, the lies that you've taken as truth. You will stop doing what's right. You will stop the nonsense, the foolishness in your life. The diet of a caterpillar has nothing to do with the diet of a butterfly. This will be your case. The butterfly only eats from flowers. So from going from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, you will not go to the news or TV shows or read the newspaper to feed your mind. You will go to personal development contents. You will go to business books. You will go to the positive things, positive aspects in life. And you will change your diet, physical diet, what you eat. You ask me, I've changed everything in my life. Everything. I am now 100% vegan. The people in my life, they're not the same, because I am not the same. And before you change anything in your life, in your daily habits or diet, please consult a doctor or a specialist, because I am not a specialist or a doctor. I'm just sharing my own experiences in life. My forever friends, they love me. This is how they show their love. Give thanks to your enemies. Thank them, because they didn't make it easy for you. Because they're giving you the opportunity to become stronger than them. You can't become strong if you stay in the comfort zone. You need to be challenged, stretched. This is why we have problems and enemies. So, strive to reprogram your subconscious mind to go from negative to positive. This is your only job. This is the most important thing to do for you in your life, to change your life. Because nobody is going to come and save you. This matrix is built on a narcissistic rules and basics. Everyone is just for themselves. They're falling in the trap of not having enough money. So you find even the billionaires are struggling and suffering. Anyway, just focus on yourself. Don't compare yourself with anybody. The only person you need to compare yourself with today is yourself of yesterday. If yesterday you could walk 1 minute, today try to walk 2 minutes. Tomorrow try to walk 3 minutes. After tomorrow try to walk 4 minutes. Continue like this to improve yourself. Take notes of your own progress only. Don't compare yourself with others so that you don't get discouraged. And then you will feel the difference. What matters is you, how you feel about yourself. What is your progress? This will give you fulfillment, and it's the most important thing. Your personal fulfillment. And put God first. As they say, put God first, and the other things shall be added to you. people, it's okay. They're not eternal. But if you lose God, it's not okay. You will need Him. And He will strengthen you, give you hope, and build you again. Don't give up on God. Don't give up on your dreams. Continue to follow your dreams. Give yourself time to reprogram your subconscious mind. And when life hits hard, learn how to rest. Don't learn how to give up. You can rest, put your everything into the standby and relax, recover, take strength again, pray, meditate, do exercise, take care of yourself, practice the self-love. I forgot the most important thing, guys, which is the root of everything, the basis of change. Most people here in this planet suffer because they lack self-love. Now, there is a magnificent exercise by the American coach Louise Hay. She distributed mirrors to her participants in her seminars and asked them to look at themselves in the mirror and say to themselves, "I love you." She said, make it a habit. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, say to yourself, "I love you." I know, because I come from a very negative mindset and background, it can be challenging to look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, "I love you," because the first impression that you have towards yourself is to give yourself a slap, because self-hatred is so big. Don't begin by "I love you." It's difficult, it's challenging, it's embarrassing. I've been there. Begin by building a positive communication, a positive relationship with yourself. Say to yourself, "Hi Khalid, how are you? How are you today?" "I'm fine, thank you." "And you?" "I'm fine too, thank you." You can say to yourself, "Good morning." Make this habit for a few months until you become comfortable with self-communication. Then you can go to the next level and do the Louise Hay exercise. Whenever you look at yourself in the mirror, say to yourself, "I love you." This self-love will grow over the time, and it will begin to influence your choices in life. You will no more tolerate toxic people in your life, because now you love yourself. Before, you hated yourself. You use these people to punish yourself. They're punishing you because they're also drowning in the negativity. As the American actor Denzel Washington said, hurt people hurt people. You cannot be hurt by somebody healed. You cannot be hated by somebody who is better than you. If you go to the street and you see a homeless person, you don't become jealous of them. They're barefoot, they're homeless, they're without money, they're poor, they're dirty. You don't say, "Look at this person. He is so homeless, he is so barefoot. He doesn't even have clothes." You don't say these things, you ignore them. So know that the people who are hating you in your life, they're feeling lesser than you. You are better than them. This is why they're hating you. Because they saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself. Something hidden, some values. And when you give yourself the self-love, as Bob Marley said in one of his songs, he said, "We don't need more trouble, what we need is love." When you give yourself this love, this self-love, you will begin to notice some changes, big changes in your life. Because the outer world is just a reflection of the inner world. The world cannot give you what you didn't give to yourself first. If you want respect, you must give it to yourself first. If you want to find true love, you must love yourself truly first. Whatever you want in life, give it to yourself first. Put yourself first, love yourself, prioritize yourself. You are the priority here. Even in the airplane, when there is a problem, they teach you that you put your oxygen mask on yourself first, and then on your children or on your family or other members. You first and then others. Because if you are not well, if you are not breathing well, if you are not healthy, if you are not strong, you will not be able to take care of anybody. This is why you first fulfill your own needs first, and then see the other people. If you want to help people, try to help yourself first, and then others. So this is the last advice for today. I thank you guys for the following, for your love, for your support. Thank you for supporting Safe Soil. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you tomorrow. This is Captain Soil speaking. I love you guys. Safe Soil, let's make it happen. Salute.